before Tyler, you say your thing. I don't know. I was very low energy today, and all of a sudden, like, I just got a fucking huge adrenaline.
Just a lightning bolt through your
getting
asshole.
to see. Comes from getting to see two of my favorite people in the whole world.
Aww.
Rick and Morty.
Angela Lansbury.
I knew you were going somewhere with it. That was better.
Betty
better.
White
All right,
and
I'll give
Angela
you that
Lansbury,
one.
rest in peace.
I forgot to make a docs for this episode. God damn it. I'm dropping the ball. The ball's been dropping.
Oh, the ball's dropped. Happy New Year.
Oh,
That's very
wow.
good.
And that's synergy.
That's synergy.
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 Oh, hello there, and welcome to the podcast. It is a podcast for podcasters by podcasters. I am your host and podcaster, O'Neill Henry.
Hello, I'm your co-host and fellow podcaster, Tyler J. Carcara. Please mind the gap.
Hello, I'm Olivia Fumiati. And frankly, I'm very confused. Just in general.
Every week, we'll bring you new, delicious, and lucrative podcast ideas straight to your brain dome, and we will begin promptly. How you guys doing today?
I'm doing okay.
Feeling
I'm
fancy.
doing okay. I am whole in body, which is very good.
You guys, we have some interesting podcast ideas for you today. But before we get started, I want to discuss, and this might be putting the cart a little bit before the horse because we're not even there yet. We don't even know what ideas we have brewing today. We don't know what kind of energy. We don't even know if we're all going to survive this episode. I don't know if maybe there's a sniper in the corner and they are making me read from a script. But, you know, maybe I might be doing something
That would be
under
wild.
duress.
O'Neill, can I step?
And I might need help. This might be a cry for help, but we haven't gotten there yet because I just want to discuss the recap/voting segment. And I just wanted to, it's a slight change to format.
Yeah, give me some of
I think that there are only 3 of us here, and that makes it very hard to vote, especially if you can't vote for yourself. So instead of calling it a voting segment, what do you guys think about calling it just like a programming, like a notes, like a discussion on what just would fit best with the show? I don't want it to be about voting.
Are you guys familiar with Inside the Actors Studio? Could we call it Inside the Podcaster Studio?
Inside baseball, and then it's just we only do baseball.
Could we call it Inside the Grip Van? Is that too industry specific?
Can we call it the Gorilla Grip segment? And that's just sort of for me.
You're the worst. You're the worst. I think we should call it deliberation.
Deliberation. Okay.
I like
I
that.
love that. And it has legal implications, and that's good because then,
whatever podcast
when
we do
send our
choose
lawyers
is
after-
ours.
yes.
TM.
TM.
It is ours. TM. We have a lawyer.
Trademark, copyright, patent pending.
It's the guy from TMZ. He's our lawyer.
I'm a lawyer.
We got the guy who defended Jeffrey Dahmer.
No, Tyler, no.
Okay, listen, I know, again, I'm parting the curtain here a little bit. We are all recording from 3 separate prisons.
We are, yes.
I can't wait to get out of Women's Max.
And I must say legally and under no duress that this is a comedy show and I'm pitching ideas that are purely mine. So there you have it, guys, just in case you wanted to know.
Hey, O'Neill, you okay?
Yeah, perfectly fine. This is a podcast, nothing else.
Okay, sounds good to me. Yeah, bring us that wheel.
Very excited for the Wheel of Choosing today.
I love the wheel of choosing.
It's spinning. It's spinning. It's going. It's gone. It's
me,
Olivia.
Again.
You're starting us off again.
Don't
All right.
mind
Hot
me.
energy. Bring us that hot studio energy. Starting us off strong.
Good. Oh, yes. Okay. So, you guys know Christmas?
I heard of her.
You guys know Halloween?
Coming
Is
up
that the one
or
with the
past, depending on when
skeletons?
this episode comes out.
You know Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. We know that one?
The saint.
What-
The saint of
What
love.
if I told you there are some wackier holidays that are celebrated around the world?
Arbor Day?
Crazier.
President's Day.
Even more bananas. I'm talking about Rudyard O'Neill Henry.
Canceled. We were arguing about who would get canceled first, and I think it's O'Neill.
It's you.
I'm not going to defend my previous statement at all.
Oh my God. Okay.
Go ahead, Olivia.
All right.
What's your
Well,
podcast idea?
I was thinking some other kinds of festivals. So basically, holidays that fit into like the Groundhog Day segment of things,
okay.
where
So
it's
off-
like it's not like a major holiday, but it's like something that like the locals get really, really into. So
Okay.
this is the pitch is holiday trip, and we go around the world exploring different weird niche holidays.
Okay. I can get into it. Can you give us an example holiday? For
Okay,
me,
here,
please?
let me pull it up. So we have in.
So is this like? But wait, sorry. Before you get into it, actually. So Groundhog's Day is, if that's like the example, is this like sort of like not super important holidays, but ones that you can kind of rally around?
Yeah.
I would say Halloween is sort of one of those where there's not a lot of.
Halloween is probably the biggest one.
Yeah, where it's like it's mostly just an excuse to party, but also we did pick all this.
Look,
core.
you know what? You know what the answer is. You know what? This is also in that vein is Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, kind of a little bit.
Cinco de Mayo
It
is
is very
not a real
important.
holiday. It's just a day
very
for everyone to
important
get
for one
fucked up on
very
birthdays.
It's just the
specific
5th of May,
area in
that's-
Mexico.
yeah.
But other
So,
than that,
like,
it's just an excuse to party.
Okay,
Yeah.
to go off of that. So one of the holidays is called Night of the Radishes. It is a radish carving contest that is held annually in Oaxaca, Mexico on December 23rd, where participants compete to carve radishes into figures depicting the birth of Jesus Christ or elaborate historical scenes. So they literally carve
One or the other. One or the other.
Now,
it's
is
either
this podcast-
the Revolutionary War or the birth of Jesus Christ.
both. Yes, both.
Olivia, no, is this podcast us a podcast of us traveling to these places and participating, or is it just sort of an examination from our first world country high horse? Because I'm foreseeing.
I think a
some
little bit of
problematic
both.
issues.
I think with some observation, I think we can start off with that, and as it progresses, we can like get the budget to travel. So.
Okay, but here's the thing. I love the idea of sort of a Nat Geo style show where we like travel and participate in this, but it's also a podcast. We could sell this to Disney.
Yes, it could be on
Yes.
Discovery, a real like
We could be
Anthony
on
Bourdain, Stanley Tucci,
Yes.
one of those.
Who do we get Stanley
but funny.
Tucci on the show?
Stanley O'Neill, I'm not doing a Stanley Tucci impression today. I can't.
No, please. No impressions this week. I'm dying.
I want to be myself in the
my
B segment, damn it.
Yes, I fucking love that idea. We travel around, we go and carve some turnips.
Radishes.
We'll carve radishes, not turnips, radishes. Very
Radishes are
important.
basically spicy turnips.
So let's just go around real quick. What would each of us carve into our radishes?
It's probably like a sick Tony Hawk kickflip.
Like when Tony Hawk did the first 720 or
Tony
whatever
Hawk
it was. That's
to
your
me
historic.
is as important as our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. so
Some would say they're one and the same.
One would say they're one and the same.
He did do Christ Air, so
I think, let me just make sure. I want to make sure I have her name right. Because I think, nope, Yeah, okay, here's what I would carve. While it is technically a thing that happens on Valentine's Day, I would carve the native Hawaiian stabbing Captain Cook in his colonizing neck.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Hell yeah, I do like that.
Might do.
We're gonna get canceled! We're gonna get canceled!
No, it's going to be very respectful. I'm going to make it very tasteful.
Radish carving.
And it will say at the bottom, never forget.
It's
either historical.
Olivia,
okay, fine. I'll just do Jesus Christ.
Too. So I have to keep a straight
We'll just
face.
do Jesus Christ.
Oh,
fine.
God.
I'll just do Jesus Christ, but there might be slight references.
So this is sort of moving on. So this is, are you guys familiar with like the gavel goat? Would that be something?
What is the gavel goat?
So for Christmas, every year, this is less of a holiday and more of an event that takes place. And I'm wondering whether this type of thing, because there are a lot of things like this that are sort of annual events that I think could fall under it. But the gavel goat is every year this town, and I believe it's Switzerland. One of those.
Oh, is this the giant straw goat?
It's a giant straw goat,
I
and every year
this.
the town burns it down illegally.
Oh
yes, the gavel goat. Yes,
so it's a
Sweden.
Thing. It's in Sweden. Yes,
Sweden.
Yes.
So every year it is burned down illegally. So for like the past 15 years they put it up, and it's sort of a game between the townsfolk and the town of whether they implemented the right security and like
it's sort of like a heist, but for the entire
so right
town's
now
in
the
on it.
town is like
this.
11 for 15, something like that.
Yeah, like it consistently
pretty
gets
good.
burned down despite
But that's the thing.
every.
But that's the thing. When it doesn't burn down, those are the good years. So it is like a Groundhog Day. Because like one of the years that it wasn't burned down was like when Obama won the election.
Just gotta look up Gavel Goat 2020.
Gavel Goat, yeah. I'm pretty sure. Or no, is it? I take that back. I think it's when it doesn't burn.
Not harmed
the bad
during
years.
2020.
Yeah, it was not. I had it backwards. It's when it's not burned that the evil enters the world. So I think that's another thing that
This giant goat effigy.
Oh my God. It was burned so early in 2021. It was burned so early.
Yeah.
Oh boy. It was not there for long.
I think they get creative. Sometimes it's like a burning arrow. Sometimes it's like they get creative. It's fun.
Sometimes it'll last up to like December 27th, like, super long into it. December 17th was when it was burned down. Oh man, it was put up.
I think there's a lot of things
the 12th
like this.
of December. It had 5 days.
I think there's a lot of these sort of annual events that could work. And once again, the name of this podcast was, Olivia?
Holiday trip.
Holiday
An
trip.
exploration of holidays around the world.
I love that concept.
Now I have a couple more questions real quick.
Yeah.
Before we move on to the next pitch segment. So do we do multiple holidays per episode, or do we just sort of narrow down into one per episode?
I feel like it would be multiple, I guess, but we'd have like one featured holiday. But I feel like we should start with the day that we are recording or the day that we're releasing the episode. We talk about that day's like weird holiday because I don't know, like July 14th is like National Spaghetti Day in the US or something like that. So we talk about those kind of funny things.
And now it is.
Legally.
As
brought
decreed
this
by
into
this
the world.
podcast.
Exactly.
July
And
14th is now National Spaghetti.
so yeah, we would talk about just a couple holidays, see where that fits into our understanding of holidays, and we try to, I don't know, just learn to appreciate the local flavor of the world.
Yeah, I love it. Now,
You know what this is? I'm sorry, but to give an even better comp, this is Bizarre Foods, but for
holidays.
I
love this. This might be our most fiducial podcast yet. So I love this. Now, when it gets to like Christmas times, I'm thinking like maybe we could do like a full, multiple taking a look at different cultures and how they do. Yeah, I love that. I love that.
Down a large goat illegally.
They hide tiny little pooping men in their little nativity scenes. It's great.
Mm-hmm. somebody chokes on a baby because it was in the bread. That's a very specific reference.
I'm following.
I got you. Yeah.
You guys ever have king cake? It's pretty good.
It's pretty
except for the
goddamn
baby.
good. Except for
Very good, except for the fucking choking hazard.
Except for the baby.
Except for the choking hazard baby. Yeah.
Listen,
Jesus Christ.
Listen, America has banned the Cadbury eggs with toys inside of them. How have they not banned king cakes?
King cake. Yeah, I don't know.
It's
because the children are in the
PC
cake.
culture, man.
Oh boy.
Yeah, goddamn.
Helicopter government. Am I right?
Fucking hell, man. Jesus Christ.
O'Neill, which one of us is going next?
So that's holiday trips.
It's
Holiday trips.
all right. Got the wheel.
Betty Whiter versus O'Neill.
Let's see who's going. It looks like it's
Damn,
me,
elastic
guys.
O'Neill. Yay!
It's me. All right. Again, guys, I just want to say that I am doing this podcast under my own volition. So you guys know how big podcast ASMR has gotten, right? You know, like there's you can get all these crinkle tinkles, and you know, it also like sleep podcast is another one. There are plenty from Audible to Calm, Feel, all that stuff. They all have really good, sleep podcasts is the market right now. And so I'm suggesting we do our own. And I am bringing you the Manchurian Sleep Podcast, where we lull our audience to sleep and then maybe give them some suggestions to make their lives better, And listen, again, I have no real, there's no agenda behind this. It's 100% just to better the lives of people while they sleep. And so the Manchurian Sleep Podcast will be like soft, soothing sounds. Maybe we can introduce an ASMR segment and, some crinkle tinkles. Maybe we theme every episode around an ASMR thing, or maybe every episode is just a different themed sort of sleep experience. And then while our audience is lulled to sleep, maybe we suggest things to make their lives a little bit better. And so that is the Manchurian Sleep Podcast idea. Now, do you guys have any, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, what kind of things would we be suggesting to improve the lives of our listeners?
Well, like self-help stuff, right? Like, you've got this. You can do this. Go rob X bank at this time.
Listen to the podcast.
Listen to the go buy our merch once we have it. Exactly. This will be a very financially marketable, because obviously we'll slip in just a little bit of ad programming. And listen, the ad revenue will be off the charts if you can get somebody to buy all this stuff, when they're sleeping. But also, it is to better people's lives ultimately. It'll be like a self-help sort of actualization thing. Think of it like the secret, but for your sleeping times. And so this is what I'm saying, is that if we are able to, better their lives while they're sleeping and also make a little bit of profit off of it, then, better for everybody, right? Now, the only thing I'm missing is like, what would our main sort of thing be? What's our like, is it just like soft music and confirmation words, or are we going ASMR crinkle tinkles? What are we thinking here?
No ASMR, please. God.
Are you sure about that, Tyler?
But I do want to ask.
Hey, Tyler, are you sure? We could really.
I will. Hey, I'll stop recording right now. If you want to do this with just two people, you can. It's not worth it for me.
Listen, it has to be a whole podcast, right? That's the thing. It has to be long enough so that people can fall asleep. Maybe there is just an ASMR segment so that Tyler could take off his headphones and we could do our ASMR stuff, and then Tyler can come back to us.
Oh boy!
How devious are these subliminal messages going to get? Is it just going to be like, hey, buy our merch? Hey, listen to our
maybe
podcast.
if somebody
try corn
here's
pops.
the thing. I don't know what everybody needs right now, right? So maybe somebody needs to, I don't know, assassinate a senator from their local parliament. Maybe they need to go.
Now, will that be tied back to us? Because this will be just a podcast released to the public.
No, right? No, right? No. It won't be tied back to us at all. We'll be perfectly fine.
It'll be under a different IP. It's fine.
whatever and this is the thing. This might be something that we need to sort of like personalize and make sure we're being acutely aware. But it's whatever the person.
Are we trying to make this like an ultra like personal? Like, hello, Keith. Welcome to your personalized.
Could we do one? I like that. I want to key in on that.
Every week we do somebody else's name.
Yeah, maybe we do one person and who are.
Hi, this one's for Tracy.
You said we do. Okay, so maybe the first person we do is Pete Buttigieg. Okay, yeah, sure. The first episode could be like Pete Buttigieg, for instance, or are you sure? Kamala Harris. Okay, it might be a little narrow casty, but yeah, maybe, possibly, you know, that's a possibility.
See, the disembodied voice in your corner might have a point. What if we do?
What if we make a sleep podcast for
celebrities?
Yeah, the famous and beautiful.
Oh,
not the celebrities love nothing more than hearing about themselves.
Okay, Tom Cruise is on the table. Okay, all right. I know we already did. We did do a Tom Cruise.
We did a Tom Cruise.
Oh, but it would be fine.
Yeah,
it would be fine. Okay. Well, maybe Tom Cruise. Maybe Selena Gomez. Interesting. Okay. Well, guys, we have a lot of options for who specifically we could be making this podcast for, and I think we can figure out sort of the segments for, you know, whether we want to do like a sort of meditation thing to start, and then maybe some ASMR crinkle tinkles. Maybe if they wake up, if something happens, they wake up, maybe we lull them back into sleep. But I think this could be a very useful, helpful, some would say, podcast for everyone. So I think that the Manchurian Sleep Podcast might be a very viable option for a podcast for our show.
I like it. I like it a lot.
All right. With that, Tyler, I believe you're up.
It is your turn.
Listen, gang. I'm the only person who hasn't had a B segment.
He needs this. Guys, hey, Olivia.
Hey guys, I need this. So have you guys heard about these gentle minions?
No. Absolutely not. I refuse to sell out to NBC. Wink.
So if there's one thing anyone should know about the three of us is that we all met in film school.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we did.
Right? Oh boy. We all met in film school.
I'm nervous.
Which I've come to learn. Don't worry, this won't be industry specific. Okay. I've come to learn that is probably the least liked major on campus, but there is one major on any given college campus that I think people hate more, and that's philosophy.
Oh,
yeah. Okay. What do you got for us, Tyler?
So my pitch for this podcast is sort of a Spark Notes so that you could defeat any philosophy major who tries to get into a conversation with you about Kant, Aristotle, third philosopher,
Kierkegaard.
So yes, exactly. And I'm pitching that the three of us should each week take on one philosopher, and in doing so, rip them a new asshole and tell you why their philosophy is dumb and stupid.
So we're just going to sort of tear down some philosophers.
We're just going to tear down the walls of philosophy. and at the end, anytime some philosophy major comes up to you and is like, I don't know, what do you think about that? And you can sort of hit them with some fat knowledge and tell John to shut the fuck up. Hey, John.
Hey, John.
No one gives a fuck.
Nobody cares about Kant.
Shut the fuck up.
His name sounds like Cunt. Is that one of them, Tyler? Is that like, is that did I do good?
Yeah, you nailed it. You nailed it, buddy.
Cunt is not a bad word.
It's listen,
fine. We're
I'm all
explicit.
about
it's all right.
British bad words. I'm the British use of bad words.
It's just because it's foreign.
It's episode 3 and we've already been canceled.
So Tyler, let's get into this. So what philosopher who's your philosopher that you want to take down? Who are we taking down first? Who's on the hit list, Tyler? I would come to regret asking that question because we spent the next 20 minutes just sort of talking about philosophers we knew. I haven't finished the last season of The Good Place, so I didn't know many. We very quickly came to the realization that this was kind of a shitty idea.
Could we absolutely annihilate Umberto Eco?
Guys, we're just talking about philosophy now.
No, it's not funny, is it? It's not good.
They got
It's not
us.
fun.
God damn it.
Oh, wow, it's bad. Can we get back to the hairless chicken thing? Because that was pretty funny, guys. It was pretty funny when the guy plucked the chicken and said, hey, this is a dude. And Plato was like, that's not what I meant. And the guy was like, but this is what you said.
Listen, when we move on to deliberation, I think I might be posting up a third straight goose egg.
But Tyler needs this B segment, and that's the problem, is he needs it.
I can pitch another one. Hey guys, I can give you another one.
Take it again. You want to take another take? You want to take?
Can I give you another one?
Now,
maybe one that's funnier.
Maybe it's been a waste.
Is this something that we're going to allow from a programming perspective? Are we going to allow a second? Okay, here's the thing, Tyler, and I might keep all this in because there was some funny stuff in there, but a lot of it wasn't. So it might just be really short, and the audience might only hear just a couple of funny philosophy things about chickens and men. But everybody gets one mulligan. Everybody gets one mulligan per, what do we want to say? Per year?
How about like
one mulligan per
quarterly?
Year? Quarterly seems like a lot.
Quarterly
seems like a lot.
Okay, then half.
Very business. Quarterly does feel like a lot.
Every semi-annually, everybody gets one mulligan that they get to.
We need to have a date where it resets and no rollover.
No rollover.
There's no rollover.
Starts over. So you got to use those. It's not like them vacation times. So if you want to use your one mulligan for the rest of 2022, now I will say it just because we're starting off fresh. We will start over come January. But Tyler, you can't put up another goose egg for the rest of this calendar year, so you got to be on it. Do you want to use your one mulligan here?
I would like to use my one mulligan.
All right, and now we play the mulligan theme song. All right,
okay, Tyler.
Now, Tyler, if you don't get the B segment with this,
Wow, me, TJ.
Listen.
Okay.
There's one thing everybody loves.
Okay. Philosophy.
Crimes.
Crimes.
Okay.
And it's even better than crimes? Cool crimes. This is a podcast about the world's coolest crimes.
All right.
This is about
now
the best crimes, dangerous crimes. This is about cool crimes. Remember the time the guy stand-up paddleboarded across the Hudson River? Illegal. Cool crime. This is where we can examine, what about all those jewels that were just stolen in California on the road?
Yeah. The heists.
Cool crime.
The heists.
So I'm talking about heists. The time the guy tightrope walked between the Twin Towers in the 70s. It's a very
going down the Niagara Falls in a water barrel.
In a barrel. Yes, exactly. It's illegal and it's illegal, but it's cool. Smoking weed, marijuana.
It's cool. It's cool, guys.
So cool.
Joe said it's cool. Joe Biden says it's fine now.
Joe Biden says it's fine. You can just
smoke
Joe is committing a cool
Legalize
crime.
the ganja, Joe. Come on.
Listen, stealing elections.
Oh, man, I love this.
Attempting to overthrow the government.
Not as cool, but maybe a little bit. It was funny, at least, because we got to make fun of Ted Cruz a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Making fun of Ted Cruz. Not a crime, but still cool.
Cool crime. Should be a crime.
Could be a crime, so that'd be cool.
Laugh in his face, so then it would be cool.
Pissing your pants in Congress. Cool.
All right, what's
crime.
Ted Cruz's...
He likes the warm feeling between his legs.
Ted Cruz's middle name. I feel like I need to shame him publicly.
Yeah, no, we got to dox him for sure.
His first name isn't even Ted.
No, his name is not Ted Cruz. That's not his real name. He's a traitor.
His name is Raphael Edward Cruz. So Ted
Eduardo.
Rafi
Cruz.
Is a good name.
That's so bad.
See,
listen, if any
that'd be a
Republican
cool
senator
name.
would be the Orange Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, cool crimes. Overthrowing.
And before anyone laughs, I know that Raphael wasn't the Orange Ninja Turtle, okay? Don't fucking tweet at me.
Cool. Yeah, other cool crimes like destabilizing economies. Yeah, cool crimes, right, guys? Right?
Will that bit
doing
you've been
a
doing this bit
visual
this whole
bit.
time? Will it play? It's a visual
You're like
gag.
looking over into a.
Every time he's been looking over his
He's really
shoulder.
immersing himself.
But this is the cool crime
Cool
cast.
crime cast. I
And
love this.
This is examining the coolest crimes
Now,
of the
is this
week.
of the
Crimes
week?
of all time.
Okay.
Maybe we commit some cool crimes.
Okay, all right. A
Take
practical
it on
application.
the road.
I love it. Take it on the
Take
road.
what
I
we've
love
How
it.
about this?
learned
How about
and apply it.
suggesting we can't do crimes? Because if we go to, because I'm
We
already in
can't.
jail. I don't want to add any
That's
more
right.
time
I'm
on.
already in Max.
Yeah.
So
Trying to get out for good behavior.
Maybe we could suggest cool crimes. Break me out of prison.
out of
Break O'Neill out of
prison.
prison.
so that we can go maybe do some other stuff. You know?
That are entirely legal.
The guy who threw a shoe at George Bush. Cool
that
crime.
was a cool,
Crime.
funny crime.
Very cool.
Now, is it just cool crimes, or can we do funny crimes? Because that's also
I think it's also
pretty
funny.
good.
Listen,
When
funny
they egg
crimes, if you're
politicians.
doing it for the
Yes.
bit, then it is.
That
Yes.
is fair. That is fair. Doing a crime for the bit that doesn't hurt people. Let's be 100% clear. Doesn't hurt people.
Well, that's a part of cool crimes is anyone with a net worth of under $1 million cannot be harmed.
Yes.
Like jewel heist, that's fine.
That's fine.
Those people will be
have
fine.
insurance, and it's only
They have insurance and money, and
and
all
it's
that.
fine, and it's funny to
I just
laugh
feel
at
like
Jeff Bezos' face.
If it doesn't hurt someone, like if it's paddleboarding across the Hudson River, like it doesn't hurt anybody.
Uh-huh.
Like I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
cool crimes, other than like
the
insurance,
Chicago
money,
River
me.
green.
Like I don't care. Like, is it cool? Yes. No one really got hurt.
What about? Okay, and I know how this is gonna sound at first.
Oh, God.
Just hear me out.
You're already
okay?
on thin fucking ice.
I know. I know. Cool crimes against humanity. Now, hold on.
O'Neill.
I'm specifically talking about when Pokemon broke the Geneva Conventions. That was a cool crime because they used the Swiss
hang on, I'm
flag.
sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Pokemon broke the Geneva Conventions because they used the Swiss flags in their video game. You're not allowed to use, not the Swiss flags, the universal medical symbol. You're not allowed to use that. So they had to like adapt and rechange, but like they're super rare. Copies of Pokemon Red and Blue, I believe.
Cool
crimes. But yeah, that's this.
crimes.
Hey, Tyler, this is a way better idea. Do you
Very
now?
good
Will
idea.
it sort of be like I don't know, like the dollop, where we go back and like look at historical crimes, recreate them, talk about them, or will this be sort of like a sort of talk about the crime of the day, or is that maybe how we open it and then we deep dive into a cool crime? What are you thinking?
Yes, I think that's it. I think it's a combo. I think we start with a cool crime
Okay.
that has been committed.
Okay.
And maybe we catch up on recent cool
Okay.
crimes that have sort of played out in court.
Mm-hmm.
The lady who stole all that Bitcoin and wraps.
Yeah.
Cool crime.
Cool crime. Bitcoin
Yeah,
theft.
stealing NFTs is a
NFT
cool
theft is a
crime.
great
Crime.
cool crime.
It's a very good cool crime.
And then we dive into like a historical cool crime.
And then we dive into your DB Coopers.
Isabella
your-
Stewart Gardner.
Exactly.
Very cool crime.
Art
criminals.
heist is a cool crime. My fiance would not.
Yeah, how about you
agree
bring
with
Claire
that.
into
My
the
fiance
studio?
is an artist.
Yeah, over
she would.
Claire
Claire would
as
be
a
very
cool
upset
crime
if
analyst.
I pitched art theft as a cool crime.
But it's funny because it's cool and it's a lot of rich people's art being stolen.
a couple of people in funny
Don't
top
need to see
costumes.
another Turner painting. There's already like 5
Banksy
of them.
is
Got
essentially
those.
his whole
Rembrandt's
thing
only
is cool
seascape
crime.
went missing. It's
Banksy,
fine.
a great example
Cool
of
He
a
shredded
criminal.
that painting but didn't do it all the way. So really Banksy failed, but it was still a cool crime.
Uh-huh.
We don't talk about it enough.
Exactly. The crimes that
All right,
are
Tyler.
cool.
We both pretty much had pre-described and prescribed titles here. So what are we working for yours? What are we talking for titles?
I love the alliteration of the cool crime.
Cool
cast.
Crime Cast is very good.
I like it.
Cool
I
Crime
like it.
Cast. Cool Crimes Inc.
Cool Crimes Inc. Ah, ha, 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 ha. I don't know what that was. It just came out of my mouth.
Tyler's been possessed. And we don't talk about that enough. That'll come up in future episodes. Wink.
I am Satan, Lord of Darkness.
Oh
Oh
god.
no. We need to exercise them. Maybe we do need to go back to the philosophy thing. Maybe that was a cry for help. Cool Crimes Cast. Is that what we're sticking with?
Yeah, the Cool Crime Cast.
All right.
Yes.
And with that,
Went.
we have our 3 ideas. We have done our due diligence. We used one McGullen. Not McGullen. What is it? How do you say
Mulligan?
Mulligan. God damn it.
McGullen. That's what we're calling them now. Forever.
McGullen, yes, sure. McGullens now. All right. Olivia, you want to give us your recap on your idea?
Yes, an exploration of weird holidays around the world. Holiday trip.
Holiday trip. And then mine, the Manchurian Sleep Cast, is a sort of an exploration on self-help as well as sleep meditation podcast, maybe a little bit of ASMR sprinkled in there. And we just sort of give instructions for people's day-to-day lives on sort of like what to do to help themselves, to better themselves, and also to get a good night's sleep. And that is the Manchurian Sleep Cast.
My podcast, that was the first one I pitched, and no one can say otherwise.
Nope, it will be in the episode, Tyler. We have to be, I need everybody to be 100% clear. If you use a McGullen, which is now what we're calling it, it stays in the episode.
Yeah, this is just a longer episode. Congratulations.
Now I will say, Tyler, just for posterity's sake and for bettering your chances for the B segment, we will include both ideas in the episodes, just so we have them. And that way, if you want to use a McGullen, if you have two really good ideas one week and you just want to use that, maybe you could do it for that. But I want you to,
all right, then I'll give you, so the first one is just absolutely roasting philosophers.
And what was the title for that
through
one?
Podcasts. That one, Assholes versus Philosophy.
Assholes versus Philosophy. Great, love it.
My second one's about cool crimes that are cool, that are chill, that are funny, that are good podcast material. crimes that make you go, damn, I love criminals. You know what I mean?
Nah, I do love it.
And that's the cool crimes.
That's the cool crimes cast. I love it. All right, so now we get into our deliberation. Just again, I think the Manchurian Sleep Cast will create some edge for us in the podcasting space. You know, it will be a nice motivator to get, if we ever need to sell merch, you know, we could definitely, you know, promote that. Now, again, it's not all about manipulation. Again, it is about self-help, and it's about sort of relaxation and, you know, sort of like reflection too. And that's another important thing. So like, you know, Manchurian Sleep Cast could help us in that sort of market.
I do love the sort of Winter Soldier kind of edge that you've brought to it, but instead of sort of murdering people, it's financial.
Well, it's financial and also maybe, you know, basis. Maybe we do suggest, and I love the narrow
all we need is for one billionaire to listen to it, and
maybe
we're made.
Jeff Bezos could work.
I do love that.
Jeff Bezos could work. But I love the narrow casting element of we do this episode for this very specific person.
I do love that. That's right. We just go down the list of billionaires.
Yeah, maybe we just hit
cool
up Forbes
influencers,
and maybe Forbes buys this podcast, right? Because then there's that synergy there, you know.
I like that. I do like that idea, O'Neill. But I will say, I think if I were to place my vote for not mine, it would probably be for Olivia's. It's very good, and unfortunately, I once again. Too good for a B segment.
That's the problem.
God,
really good.
We're too good at podcasts.
Olivia, you're too good at podcasts.
Olivia, that's 2 out of 3 you've pitched just a podcast. That's actually
too good for a B segment, and that's kind of the problem.
Are you saying
but I learned my lesson last week.
No, that's
no.
The thing.
It was
Here's
the
thing,
perfect
Olivia, you
amount
have
of good.
the best. You currently have the most acceptable podcast. You've brought a banger every single week.
Yeah, I've been
so
hitting,
you're on top of it
hitting
right
those
now.
nails.
But I do
quick
think
succession.
Again, it's one of those things where it might be too good for just a B segment. But we do now have a good idea for what to do with those. So I'm very excited that we can put those with the rest of them. So I think that would be a good thing. Now, Tyler, Assholes versus Philosophy was, let's call it what it was, a mistake and a failure of you as a human. So I need an apology and make it emotional, please.
Yeah. This is why I left BuzzFeed. Sorry, I said something racist.
I did not pitch that podcast. I am not a crook.
Getting political on the show. I love it. Love it. Cool Crimes Cast now, however, I think is very fun. Very fun,
Very
interesting.
good.
I don't know if necessarily it would be as financially useful to us. You know, again, if we're about making money.
The Cool Crimes Podcast. Could we get people doing cool crimes
for us? Now that's interesting. Now, what would the vehicle?
I do like the idea in a way similar to yours, O'Neill. It is just a much more direct way of getting sort of an army of like cool teens.
So
influencers.
we are Charles Manson to the Tate murders.
Crimes.
Is this?
No!
Oh no, murder is not a cool crime.
Murder's not a cool crime.
Oh,
There's
okay.
victims.
Olivia crimes aren't cool.
Murder. Hey, Olivia.
Cool.
Murder's not cool. So I'm gonna need you to do apology right now and make it emotional.
I thought it would be funny if we did.
Should I go ahead and get my one out of the way too, since we're all doing apologies?
O'Neill, I'm also
should
going to need you to apologize.
I should probably. Oh my god!
Jokes you made, so why don't we all just go around and apologize?
If we're all
for
going
this
to do one, I
episode?
might as well just do mine now, right?
Yeah, just do it right now.
And listen, guys, this one's an actual apology. Might have been the most tasteful thing, but it might have been funny. Who knows? And that's the best you're going to get from me. Oh, Boise. Starting it off rocky. All right. Cool Crimes Cast, I think, is actually a good idea, but also might be a better solo thing as well, because I could see a very
I disagree.
You disagree. Olivia, where do you stand on this?
No, I think the Cool Crimes Cast.
I'm just trying to get a B segment here, so don't listen to me.
I think it is digestible. I think that a lot of like cool crimes, other than like the stuff that's happening currently in the news, like we're going to be treading ground that has been trod. True. In terms of like really cool crimes, because if they're really cool,
yeah, but
that is true.
We're going to say what the news won't say.
We're
going to say what the fake news media won't say, and that some crimes are fine because they're cool.
Okay.
Some crimes are just like chill and fun.
Yeah, but I'm saying that some of the crimes that we would talk about, I feel like have probably already been talked about on podcasts like The Dollop, like, Crime Junkie. I don't know if they do. They might mostly do murder. I don't know. But, there's a Chameleon is another one that covers, like cool crimes, So like maybe we might be overtreading ground again on that one, Tyler, unfortunately.
I'm very glad you used your McGullen on that one.
You're McGullen on that one. No, it's good. Hey, listen, it was at least entertaining. We got to talk about cool crimes.
Cool crimes.
So does that leave Manchurian Sleep Cast?
So Manchurian Sleep Class versus a holiday trip.
Hey guys, I would love to do the Manchurian Sleep Cast. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you?
Listen, here's my thing with the Manchurian Sleep Cast and why I think it, and now I'm leaning towards Manchurian Sleep Cast. We've been going well over an hour now in this first sort of essential part. And the Manchurian Sleep Cast, can have sort of a set time on it. To sort of keep it can be sort of a tight five.
Programming wise, definitely
I think this
within our
and
preview.
I think would fit in the B segment for this very long, nonsensical episode much better.
All right, O'Neill, I am taking off the
but
whale
Olivia,
crown.
let's add yours to our list of best.
All right,
yes. Well, we have an idea for that.
Tournament
now, so
of losers.
I do like Holiday Trip a lot, though. Goddamn, fucking Olivia, you're bringing those fucking bangers.
What can I say? If I had hair to flip, I would. All right.
And with that, we will be back with the Manchurian Sleep Cast.
Hey, Tyler. We're going to do the Manchurian Sleep Podcast.
Hello, William. Welcome to your Manchurian Sleep Podcast. We are here to guide your sleep, help you relax, and help motivate you to start tomorrow better than today.
To help you get started into your blissful night's rest, we'll first start out with a breathing exercise guided by our respiration expert, Olivia Fumiati.
Take a breath and center yourself. Breathe in, hold for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. Another deep breath in, hold for just a little bit longer. Great, and exhale. And just one last deep breath in. Really fill your chest, breathe into your back, and hold it. You've got this, just keep holding it. You're doing a great job. Just a little bit longer. Do you think they're asleep yet?
I think we got him. I think he's on.
This is great.
Yeah, this is great.
I think he's on.
We should move on to the ASMR
Oh, wait.
stuff.
Oh, wait, they're waking up.
Next, to guide your restful meditation and reflection, we will introduce some ASMR textures. First, brought on by our texture specialist, Olivia Fumiati.
All right. I've got some paper textures here for you. I have some honeycomb paper that I'm going to lay on the microphone and just crinkle away. See if I can get these triggers to really give you those tingles. Just really let yourself relax. Alright, next I'm going to go to some hollow noises.
Shut up.
And lastly, a bit of mist.
This is great stuff. I think we're doing a great job.
Really crushing it.
He looks so peaceful when he's sleeping. It's really weird. I was tired. So
It's really. And now, to further guide your ASMR experience, come with me to a watery wonderland. Let the ice sound like your bones. Let them rattle. Like you're letting your anxiety rattle free. Now listen to the water as I stick my fingers in and give it a taste.
You're doing a great job.
Refreshed. And let's finish with a full gulp. And finally, to soothe your mind with intellectual fervor, we have Tyler Karkara with Pages.
I want you to imagine yourself in an old library. You flipped open your favorite book. Dirty, filthy, back-breaking smut. You're flipping through it as fast as you can to find your favorite scene.
Don't let the librarian catch you.
But that's part of the thrill. Uh-oh, she found you. You're gonna have to take the page with you. Run. You made it. Great job. Was it too sexual?
No, I think it was just right.
I think
it was quite tender. It was quite tasteful.
And now for some motivational quotes to help you live a better tomorrow. If you're going to live, leave a legacy. Make a mark on the world that can't be erased. Maya Angelou.
In a gentle way, you can shake the world. Mahatma Gandhi.
Whenever there is a meeting, a parting is sure to follow. However, that parting need not last forever. Whether a parting be forever or merely for a short time, that is up to you. The happy mask salesman from The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask.
And now a word from our president, Joe Biden.
So the best way to get something done, if it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to, anyway.
Guys, I think it's time. I think it's time for us to do the Manchurian stuff.
It's time to it's time to.
They're definitely sleeping.
He's
No, they're definitely
deep
sleeping.
asleep.
Okay,
ready.
go.
Okay. And now, some words of affirmation.
You are worth it.
You are loved.
You bring light into the world.
Your soul is what makes you special.
Your energy levels are over 9,000.
You will be who you were meant to be.
You will win that Oscar.
You will walk up on that stage.
You will slap the shit out of Chris Rock.
Oscar, Happiness, Black, Karate Kid, Aladdin, Seven, Issa Rae, Popcorn, Hancock, G.I. Jane.
G.I. Jane.
Good night, William.
I loved I Am Legend.
This might be, guys, the stupidest thing we've ever done.
Oh boy. And cut.
Hello, and thank you for listening to the podcast. Transcripts and other information about us can be found on our website, website.biz. And go ahead and rat on your friends for stealing our podcast ideas on our email at website.biz. We're on all the socials at Triple P Cast. That's Triple P, like the letter cast. We're on Reddit at r/PodPodPod. And we're on YouTube, the podcast. Now, you do have to put that in quotation marks. I do realize that. Our theme song is Everything Is Going My Way by SKLLY. The main song for the Manchurian Sleep Podcast was An Outline in Space by Josh McCausland. If you wouldn't mind rating the show 5 stars on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, it would really help us out. I think you do it on Google Play too. And tweet about the show using the hashtag PodPodPod to share it with your friends. We really, 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 really would appreciate it. We're trying to grow these numbers, baby. See you guys on Friday for a feed drop, and I'll see you guys Monday for another full episode. Thanks so much for listening.